Don't threaten Sweet Potato. That's my baby. Stop threatening Sweet Potato. Live chat. Pop out chat. Go like this. Like this. Like this. I'm all alone. No one loves me. Just me. Oh, hi. Hi, you guys. Hi. Hi, nerds. Why am I in trouble? Oh, I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. That was something else. Hi from Texas. Hi, Ginger Rogers. Wow. You're packing for a float trip. What's a float trip? Ghosting you for an hour. I was talking. Well, first I was hanging out with my husband, and I had a shower, and I was doing things. I loved going to New York. I loved making that vlog. My mic got sad. Sorry. High fives, whichever one you are. Doesn't matter. I've decided not to like either of you. Okay, hold on. Now my mic is and Jared, that's so funny. You haven't seen it, Brave. You're dead to me. You're the worst. Farrell. Oh, Steph. Okay. I guess. Hi, Steph. If that's who has to pop in. Hi, Lise. How are you, sweetie pie? I didn't look at Discord yet. Oh, shoot. Okay, you guys ready? Who's ready? So this is the I'm shouting. I'm so shouting. Sorry. This is the Discovery series. The ones I like to get are the Been There or Been Here series, which are slightly different, but they are fading out some of those. I think maybe the states will have Been There, but cities are going to be Discovery, but I'm not sure. I know that some states have Discovery. You only hear New York City and Laszlo's voice. I have to figure it out. Hi, you guys. Okay, so hi. Oh no, I got overthrown and now it's Mary. That's fine. I don't mind killing usurpers. Shortly went by an hour ago. Okay, you guys. Is that the standard size cup in America? This is actually a small cup, honey. This is probably 12 ounces. And we like larger cups. 16, 20. I'm not gonna sneeze. Brenda, you are on time. You only missed it. I am sorry. I'm so sorry that I said I go live shortly. Shortly is very vague. I meant today. I'm going to go live today-ish. How many cups in that cup? 2.5. Stop. This is a normal size cup. This is normal and fine. I didn't sneeze. Something else happened. Hold on. Okay, speaking of cocaine nose, I use Flonase a handful of times, like not very many times, right? And it does dry you out, but it dried out my nose so bad. It was like it's physically painful inside my nose. It hurts so bad, all of it. So I ordered saline nose sprays to help, but it's just like ouch. That's so fun. I'm sorry, you guys. You got a job on the ship? You guys are all idiots. Okay. All right, here we go. I said look alive. Yeah, I said look alive. Hold on. Adair cannot stand Taylor Swift. Hold on, I'm scrolling up. TK Shooting Homie is making salads. Love that. Love those sandals you wore in New York. I love them briefly, and then it hurt so bad. So bad. Um, it's all because we're still waiting for me to show up. I'm so sorry, you guys. You guys are ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous. Um, why does the nose spray smell like flowers? It's terrible. Did I sneeze in New York? Okay, so it was really bad in New York. I continuously had to like sneeze and blow my nose. And okay, did you guys see an ad? I can't read the whole convo, you guys. Um, did you, Sean? Did you get one? So now it says, okay, if I put in the ads, it said, okay, perfect. It said insert, like pick how often you can have the ads inserted. And I picked every 30 minutes, which was the longest time frame. And then it just popped up. It's like ad inserted. And I was like, I thought it said 30 minutes. You should, Mac. That would be fun. Loser. Um, Okay, so yeah, it was really and I got a really big headache, and somebody suggested that maybe it's from, like, all the exhaust that I'm not used to. I ate the cheesecake, Jill, the tiramisu tasted like nutmeg. It just tasted like nutmeg, and that was it. And while I like hints of nutmeg, I am not that big of a fan of nutmeg. It was yeah, it could have been the air pollution, but I drank a whole bunch of water, and that helped. Live wars, right? We can battle. We'll go on to TikTok and battle. Do or is that Twitch? It was not good. So, but the cheesecake was phenomenal. So I ate the cheesecake, didn't eat the nutmeg. You need cupcakes for your bowl of frosting? You can make some, sweetie. I'll let you. Okay, and then another thing I checked is, the crowns for the engagement and things like that. Um, it's a rollout where they're testing certain audiences with this. I can't opt out, but they're like, okay. All right, there we go. You're welcome, Christine. Let me know if there's any other permissions that you need. It was really good, Dawn. And Dawn, your kids ghosted me and wouldn't even say hi. That is so rude. Poor parenting on your behalf, I would say. Tiramisu should taste like coffee and cream. Like, I just love the custardy espresso-ness of it. Tastes like nutmeg. That's all I thought that was happening. Sorry, I sniffled. I'm so sorry. Hold on. But I had so much fun in New York. So much fun. Although my daughter just texted, oh, that's so cute. My daughter texted the sky, like took a picture of the sky and she wrote, "A storm is among us, dear family." She's so cute. So, hi, Blues Mom. Did you like it, Amy? Did you guys? I loved doing it. I loved doing it. I was so worried it would come out terrible. I had like delusions of grandeur where I was like, sorry, Brett wrote LOL and Amy wrote haha, love her. And it made me feel like I was on mute. And you guys were making fun of me, but I forgot that I said something cute. Um, and so it was so much fun. But I had, how people have like the really cool shots over music and like the good editing. And I made a lot of B-roll footage, but you could hear me breathing because my nose was, like, both simultaneously dried out but stuffed. Hated that for me. And so like I just was like, okay, dare you, everybody knows you got motion sickness. You're fine. But it was incredibly fun. Oh, Sue, that's never gonna happen. I get lost all of the time. Um, and so I just was like, okay, let's get it as like make a story. And then what was really funny is a lot of the times when I would be like, "Hey guys, welcome. Let's do this thing." And I would say something and then I was like, "Okay, that didn't come across great. Let me try it again." And so I'd be like, "Hey guys, blah blah blah," right? And so when I was editing back, my first take was always so much better than the second. So that's good to know. I'm always easily distracted, Amy. That was just vibes. Um, oh, what did Mark text me? It was so funny at the time. Hold on, let me pull it up because it made me giggle so hard. Where's my husband? Here he is. He also, oh, so I was like, hey, go make me coffee so I can go live. Sorry. And he was like, okay. And then I came out and he was making the coffee. I was like, no, you can't. Cause I wanted it to be this mug. And so I was going out to wash the mug so I could drink out of it. And he had already washed the mug. And oh, Jamie Chaotic's in here. Hey babe, where are you? What are you doing? You need to know why the bathroom had the glass wall in your hotel room. Hated that, Brenda. Hated it. But yeah, he made it in this coffee cup. I wouldn't know who has ADHD. No one does. You unliked my live now? Um, also, I hear myself make that little in the background of my vlog because apparently I do it every time I see something like interesting, like I'm playing a video game. And it's like, a new challenge, side quest. Like every when coffee would pop up, be like, replenish yourself. And then all of my hearts would fill. When Beth was in the hotel room and thought jumping in the middle of speaking, I saw a bird. I laughed so hard I had to pause the video. It was so funny. Um, ew. And then I got to the airport 3 hours early, 3 hours to fly home, right? I got to the airport 3 hours early because I thought there would be traffic and I was very concerned about this traffic situation. And there was no traffic. I got there. So I was like, okay, let's do very 12 minutes, Steve. And so I was like, okay, let's be very focused and we can spend a couple hours editing. I looked up from editing. I went kind of not super far from my gates, but I went not close and I was editing and I look over and I was like, "Oh my god, 5 minutes until like boarding stops." And I had to throw all of my crap together. I had to sprint and they were so annoyed with me. I was 5th from last to board the plane and they're like, "You have to check your bag." And I was like, "Great. Sounds amazing. Thanks." And so they checked my bag. And then when I got to my next place, the second airport, I finally had a layover. I didn't have to sprint. And they delayed our flights for an hour 5 times. And then finally we were on a plane and they pushed off. And I was like, yes, okay. And then as soon as we pushed off, they're like, ladies and gentlemen, there was going to be another delay. And we're like, you trapped us on the plane. Like, stop. And the plane was like half empty by that time because everybody was pissed. Oh, babe, Jamie, I'm sorry you have Fifth's disease. That sucks. The slapping disease. Did you get it from slapping each other? Sammy and Sonia had Fifth's disease when they were very young. That was crazy. Your son is kidnapping to go to Walmart. Have fun at Walmart, Adair. Um, yeah, it's a bad rash and fever, right, Jamie? Like, and you get really the rash is deeply in the cheeks a lot and also on the buns. Okay, you guys, there is a storm here, so if my internet cuts out, that's on Jesus. Um, so hello from Arizona. Hi, Chris. How are you, honey? My flight was delayed because I was like, this time I was prompt. Um, Shut up, Mac. Okay, nobody super chat me. Mac's just being ridiculous. What surgery? Maybe I do need like a nose surgery. Do you guys think I can get my sinuses removed? Show us the storm, please. I can't because you're on my stupid laptop. Because you guys are always like, ugh, Beth, don't go live vertically. And so it's raining quite a bit. We've got the rash. We got a little rashy on our arms and legs, but we're swollen like we've been stung by bees. That's crazy, Jamie. Um, thank you, Sumax. Turn the laptop. No, like it's just okay. Oh, that fell. Like is that? Whoop! Ring light. Amy, you're so ridiculous. Okay, hold on. It's not that I want a surgery in my nose. I want a surgery out my sinuses. It's very different. Can you guys see the rain? Was it worth it? You can get your sinuses reamed out. That's weird. My friend did that. She had polyps in there. I doubt I have polyps, but like, what if I do? We don't know. Okay. Ugh. Sorry. It just looks like rain. It's just rain stuff. You should know what that looks like. They just want to find out where I live. Honey, I don't think you can tell from just trees. Well, that one dude, have you guys seen that one dude on the internet? For example, there's a meme. It is a middle age Black man who is wearing a yellow suit and he's peeking out from behind a trees and rubbing his hands together. And it looks kind of like, ooh, you know? Do you guys know that meme picture? He might be licking his lip or not. I don't know. And there's one guy on the internet who can find anyone from any picture at any given moment. And somebody's like, yeah, find where they took this picture, find this tree. And he found it. It was wild. He's like, okay, I found this picture from this photographer who lives in this area, who also has these pictures with these flowers, and with this thing, and ta-da! It's so crazy. So, Amber Lynn, when do you have to learn how to be mean? You'll figure it out. Jenny, how are you, sweetheart? There's a woman shenanigans who does that as well. It's really impressive how some people can do it. So, but we are well past that anybody has any sort of privacy. Like, remember when we were younger and we had like legit privacy and we couldn't be in contact? Like, if you weren't at your house, no one could call you. They just had to wait until you wandered back home. It was so much fun, Jenny. I loved it. So, you've been watching snake catchers on YouTube and thought of me. There's a dead snake in front of my house. It's thin, definitely dead. You've seen a woman on the internet, either TikTok or Instagram, who can find anybody, right? You've been binging my videos. Thank you, Saba. You got accused of being a suck up. You are a suck up, Amber. You're terrible at this. Home phones. It's a wonder we had social lives. It was right. And then like you just meet people and like you just met people and you're like, oh, we've been to the same coffee shop 3 times. Should we be best friends? See, I did get this one. The Lilac Mom. Okay, by the way, the Lilac Mom, I'm like the Lilia Crumb. I don't know why. At least your name's not Meatball in my brain, like Kala Meatball. 5 weeks in New York City. Fun, hun. And you're gonna meet Kevin Smith again. I've heard he's a really good meet and greet. And you're gonna see Hugh Jackman on Broadway. What is he in? I'm sorry, I don't follow that. We had books shipped all over with our phone number and address. Okay, what? Okay, so it's done raining. That was our storm. Hey, Meatball. So when I was in the army, coming back from basic training, so you go to basic training and you have like part of a suitcase and like the one outfit. And then they give you all of your military gear that you have to put in a really big duffel bag, which are the greatest, right? And on the duffel bag, they make you stencil your last name, comma, first name, your rank, and then your entire social on the outside. And then they just send you through the airports. So Amy is Australian. She's not New Zealander, which is really upsetting, to be honest. And I almost put coffee out my nose. You're terrible. It's called From New York with Love. He's going to do songs from his musical, including The Greatest Showman. I've never seen that movie. Amy, I know it's not New Zealand. You can stop bragging about it. Yeah, the huge duffel bags with your social is so crazy. I'm Austrian, same thing except with cows. What conversation are you guys having? New Zealand for the win. I can't wait to go to New Zealand. I'm so excited to visit. You can smoke on planes when I was in. I feel like there was a little bit of that, but I don't remember it. Watch it now. I'm ending the live. I should watch it. I'm watching YouTubes all the time. Oh, okay. And then another thing. I was gone. Am I gonna go even before the apocalypse? Yes, Rave. I really do hope to go. Um, I'm not Amy, I'm not trying to see you. If I was in Australia, I still wouldn't go see you. So suck it. I would try to see you though, honey. I mean, it's a big country, but you guys live in 1% of the country, so I don't care. Whitney, why am I ignoring you, sweetie? Steve, was my tiramisu good? It was not. It was not good. Nelly, how dare you not get notified? Just you guys, if for some reason you're trying to be notified, I think I said publish to it, but just go in and check because sometimes they uncheck it. I don't understand. Um, so when I was gone, my husband was like, "Hey, our trash can was stolen. We put out trash and recycling." And I was like, "Okay, let me text my neighbor because sometimes her parents will bring our trash can into her garage because I think they're just like, F it. Like a trash can's a trash can. And they're trying to be kind for her because she's like 1 million years pregnant. And so I'm fine with that. But I'm just like, oh, Barb, it's a joke about me getting my like sinuses surgically removed. And so I should okay, I'll try that next time. I'll Carlo's Bakery. Um, and so I was like, "Hey, did you steal my trash can?" And she's like, let me text my husband. I'm not going outside like I'm not getting up from the couch to go look in the garage. I'll text my husband, he can check, and then I'll text you back." I was like, "Okay." And so she's like, "Nope, that we did not do that." And I was like, "Frick." So about a year ago, I woke up and somebody stole my trash bag and a trash can. I was like, "Where's my trash can?" And I am the sort of person that if I don't have my bills on auto pay, I don't pay. And like you have to wait until the power's cut off and you're like, "Why do we not have power?" And then you're like, "Oh, I haven't paid them for 5.5 months, right?" Hi, Karen. And so I routinely would like go through my bills when we moved here and I was like, "Oh my gosh, you know what? I haven't paid my trash." And I would call the trash company and I'd be like, "I'm so sorry. This is where I live. I haven't paid you guys. I know I haven't paid you in so long." And they'd be like, "No, your trash gets paid through your property taxes. Don't worry about it." And so I would do it every once in a while. Oh, the HOA. Oh, we have more HOA drama. So I would do it like every 4 months, calling and being like, "I'm so sorry. Could you please don't," you know? And one day, my trash can was gone. So I called and they're like, "No, actually, we switched over. You were supposed to be billed." And I was like, "But I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know. And I've called you so many times and you never said that." They're like, "Should have paid your bill." So I was like, "Okay, well, I would love to start paying now." And I thought I set up auto pay They took a lot of my neighbors because all of us were blindsided. We were like, "But what?" So, when I called on the day that our trash can was stolen, I was like, "Hey, did I not pay you guys? Am I not paying you? Is that what happened? I'm so sorry. I thought it was set up." And they're like, "Ma'am, no, it gets paid through your property taxes." And I was like, "That's not true. You stole my trash can before and said that." They're like, "Nope. Says right here, plain as day. So we'll just give you a new trash can." Which is it? Like, is it my who am I supposed to pay? Where's my effing trash can? And they won't give it to me until next week. So we have household trash in our garage because you can't leave it out because the animals would get into it. So we have household trash in the garage, making my garage smell like New York City trash smell. Ugh. So yeah, and now my HOA is like kind of the neighborhood Facebook page. It feels like a marriage that is on the surface happy, but like low down resentful, like seething resentment. So now when they post something, they would be like, "Oh, um, you guys, the pool, we did this at the pool and this is going to happen." And then people are like, "Thanks, thanks, thanks." And then somebody underneath would be like, "But do you really remember when you did the pool thing with the swimming lessons? Like, remember that?" You're just like, "Okay, let it go." And every single time somebody be like, "Okay, but like, I'm so glad that our gates are working again." Remember when the former HOA president was texting people and calling them the C word? Like, it's just like, will not let things go. I have a predatory trash man. It's like ransom. It's the old shakedown. So it is hilarious to me. Hi, Tracy. How are you? And so, like, it's just a little bit of resentful, like, well, your mother never remembers my birthday. So it's just tiny little catty here, there, and everywhere. And then everybody's back to posting big posts where it's like, I usually don't. Oh, Michelle. Yeah, he called me the C word. It was very funny. Um, but does she make them predators? Who's predators? Am I the person who doesn't let things go? No, I am the person who likes to bring things up just to be like, hey, but still this. Same, and that's why I wasn't phased. Um, but yeah, when they're like now the HOA, like the shady old HOA board, they're just like new usurper HOA board just doesn't exist. Screw you guys. And so a lawyer wrote up a letter and was like, this wasn't done correctly. We are the one true HOA. Don't listen to any other, like pretenders for the crown. And then in those comment sections, people are like, did I have to pay this lawyer for this stupid letter? How much are we paying this idiot and stuff? It's just so wild. And so then usurper HOA board's like, we're getting our own lawyer. Like, hi Naja, how are you, sweetie? How you guys Nadia had the worst time on her ferry boat ride, and that has convinced me to never ferry boat ride again. Steve, our former HOA president, texted me and called me the C word. He called me cucumbers. You're right, Melina. Um, so Melina, nobody's gonna tell you what it is in here because it will get me in significant trouble with YouTube. Your son had fifth when he was little. Oh, Lynn, you might be behind, but your son had fifth disease. That sucks. He called her Canadian Meg. I do love me some Canadian Meg, who lost her cat and then found it again. Anne! What's a genius idea, Rebecca? What did Rebecca say? Let's scroll up. Because of famous now, they want your trash. They're like, you know what? We love coffee grounds. That's so funny. Hi, Canada Meg. Thanks for ruining my trip with all of your stupid smoke. Also, so many hi Brit, you like with an 8 from the Netherlands. Um, what? You guys what? Hi, Emma. How are you, sweetheart? Emma Jane, Britta. Do you do you ever watch Community where they have the song with your name in it? It's terrible. Um, you can come whoop his butt. Oh, Steve, he had quite the conversation with Mark. Quite the conversation. And he did offer to contact me and apologize. And Mark was like, absolutely, under no circumstances are you ever to speak to my wife again. I'll pass it along. Um, yeah, trip and HOA drama, all of it together. You're trying to wake up, sweet girl. I didn't go that far, Whitney. I felt like I went far enough with my stupid sandals. Hi, tease. Um, my feet hurt so bad. And then I have a blister on the pad of my foot right between the big toe and the second in command toe. And it like feels deep to where I'm like, maybe because that's how you die, Whitney. That's how you get your organs harvested. And and I was just like, I'm gonna need surgery. This is like the craziest. No, Canada, it was not a great event. It just not for me. Also, the massive, deep, amazing offense of the lady next to me. She's like, I was like, oh, hi, how's it going? And they print your name and then your channel, you're at Feral Tradwife, So everybody we can like at a glance. Shut up, Jenny. Um, at a glance, you could be like, oh, and type them in. And she was just like, Feral Tradwife, are you a Tradwife? And she was the most offended anybody has ever been. And I was like, yeah, I check all of those boxes. And then she's like, well, but you're not really. That's why Farrell's in there. I was like, the Farrell part, yeah, sure. I was like, there's a whole cult here. So don't enrage the cult. But yeah, it was very funny. Um, well, if I'd listened to hubby, I texted him, I was like, the Bible says you were supposed to lead me because I need to be led. And he goes, I said, if you're a biblical man, you would have led me from disaster. And he said, if I was a biblical wife, I would have listened to him. I was like, the Bible is filled with wives who are just unruly and they figured it out. So pull yourself together, man. So no channel name. Heck no. You're a trad wife. I didn't say I was successful at it. I'm like, I'm not the pillar of trad wives, but technically, just like cereal's technically a soup. I was like, do you know who I am? I get recognized all the time. You learn to sell stuff. Yeah, right? And it was so focused on selling and like it just for specific, it's like YouTube channels that just sell, you know? Um, and like where they'll have like all of the links and so they'll do all of their hauls or they'll be like, get ready with me. And then they show all of the makeup that they use. One of those things. Hi, Canada. I forgot you. I'm sorry. My brain dumped you because you suck so bad. Um, but you're not just a girl. I am just a girl. I don't want to have to do anything. I'm just a girl who loves coffee. The great thing about the Bible is you can use it for any argument all the time. No, rave. Okay, so when Mark and I got married, we got married in my childhood church, right? So this is the church that I grew up in. My first communion was in. I would like not pay attention during mass and I would stare at the walls. It's a very small community. I would stare at the walls, at the stained glass. I'd look at the lighting and I would be like, wonder what my wedding would look like here. I wonder what my triple crown trad wife. Mary, that was really funny. Um, And so like I would daydream about my wedding in this church. And I moved away, and so we didn't live close by, but I always wanted to get married in this church. So I was like, we're going to get married here. And so we did. And but it wasn't my church. So I don't know this priest from Adam. I would, because I feel like Adam's really old at this point. And this guy was like brand new from the Philippines, I believe, and probably just had learned English earlier that day. The accent was overwhelming to where Mark and I were just like contexting our way through our marriage, where we would just be like, "Oh, he's looking directly at me. I do. Uh, sure." Like, so now when Mark and I fight, I'll say like whatever it is I want that I need, I'm like it is in our vows. It is like getting this RV, predatory loan or not, is in our marital vows. And he'll like try to argue that it's not. And I was like, we have no idea what was in those. Like, it could be, it was marriage. And so I am like, so now all the time, because we could not understand the man who married us, we're like, you don't know. No one knows what we agreed to. We might not even be married. We just happened to be at a Catholic church. And he was like, okay, like you dressed weird, but sure. And he probably like maybe that was I was taking my first communion again. I didn't take communion at all because they were like, "Do you want to do full mass?" I was like, "Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. None of my guests want to sit through that. I guarantee it." Um, so it could have just been like a cute little meet and greet with him, and I had a cute outfit. So but yeah, that's our favorite argument of that. Your mom wants full mass. My mom is literally a witch. Like, I don't even think she's like, "Oh, I'm pagan," or what is the other witchiness that they do? Thanks, Sue. I'm sorry. Um, was there a sermon you also understood nothing of? I can't honestly, I think I was on a decent amount of painkillers as well because I'm sorry, Mary. I was at my dad visiting my dad's, but I was in a bathroom that wasn't commonly used, but because my reception was at his house, they had a cleaner come through. And I imagine she cleaned with bleach maybe. So it's 2 days before my wedding. So like it's that night and then day before and then my wedding. Yeah, that's the timeline. And I go shower and I fell in the shower. And luckily, like I pulled my arms in because I really didn't want to break my arm. That would have been terrible, but I landed so hard on my tailbone. And then my mom, who was being very sweet, but did not give a lot of directions, was like, here's some pain pills. And so I took them because she offered me the pain pills. And so I said, thanks. Right? And then she's like, "Wow." After I swallowed, she goes, "I can't believe you ate all of them." I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" And she's just like, "That's a lot." And I was like, "Why would you offer me more than I'm supposed to take? Why would you do that?" So then I'm stoned. So stoned. And we're like, go because like the tuxedo place didn't have my stepdad's shoes. And so I go fight them really stoned and there's like no solution, right? So like we're both losing. These poor people didn't lose the shoes. And I can't make them find shoes, but I'm also on a ton of painkillers. And so like I am just going after them, but dial my dad. And so my dad's getting all spun up because he can only hear that I'm yelling at somebody about ruining my wedding. And then like I'm telling my dad, I was like, oh, it's these shoes. But then we get somebody to go like 2 hours south and grab them. Yeah, so I was kind of stoned for my wedding. Also, my wedding night, I cried because like I was so tired and my butt hurt so bad. I was like, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to sleep. And like sobbed. Like it was, I barely danced. My butt hurt so bad. Um, but it was, it was the wedding of my dreams. Okay. What it was so magical. Like, we were like, "Okay, we got home. I finally got those effing shoes off," right? And I was like, "I have to sleep. My butt hurts so bad." Like, I just luckily, we had been living in sin for, like, a decade, so doesn't matter. Christine, it was magical. You shut up. Um, thanks, babe. So that was my wedding. Did not think we were gonna talk about that today. Your wedding was in Hebrew and you don't understand Hebrew? See? You guys, who knows what you got him to agree to? Get you an RV, Dawn. Um, Mind your own business. Princess Diana that died the day I got married should have been a sign. I mean, people die all the time, Tracy. Somebody's dying right now. You clunked down the aisle and a cast for wedding number 2. Like, I was so worried. I did not want to cast. Um, I did not want to cast. I always tell people to get married at the courthouse without guests and not tell anyone and then have a wedding party and pretend that's an actual wedding. Okay, so let's pivot to another wedding drama. I do love this friend dearly. She sucks. Okay, I love her. Um, Blair, don't change the subject. Blair coming in being like, I can just change the subject because I'm a butthole who dominates things. Um, I took a picture of it. I have to scroll up. Okay, it's OPI brand. Oh, I don't have the name. They just numbered it 107. So if you go to my nail lady, it's OPI number 107. What's a trade wife? It's a typo. Um, but a tradwife is a wife who does traditional roles. You're welcome, Blair. All you know what, Blair? I'm gonna do my nails this color again. And Mary, if she reminds me, I'll get the actual name of it for you. But my nail lady is in both Mexico and Japan right now, so we're never gonna see her again. Um, you're welcome, sweetheart. Okay, so my friend was going to get married and she was in California. I was in North Dakota. And we had been friends for it before Mark and I were engaged, right? And she would go to the bar that I worked at, and that's how we became friends. Um, okay, so for Halloween one year, before engagement, all of that stuff, she was like 2.5. Yeah, Iowa girl. I feel like they should every single time. Oh no, you missed it again. Um, there's a little bit of thunder. So for the Halloween party, she was like an hour and a half late. Okay. For my bridal shower, she lived about 90 minutes, 2 hours away from where I was, and she left 10 minutes her house 10 minutes before my bridal shower. So she missed the whole thing. We hung out afterwards and she helped me like address all of the invitations, which was really she had beautiful handwriting. So yay. So for my baby shower, I was like, it's at noon, and it was at 2, and she barely made it on time. Hi, tall girl Jess. Um, won't saline dry it out? I hope not. I'm this close to trying to put Vaseline up my nose to see if it's better. So Cheryl, I might try that. Um, so I told her that, and so she barely showed up on time, and I told her that to her face, and she was like, "That really like shamed me. I want to do better." So for her wedding, I fly okay, so she gets engaged and shortly after engagement, like she's putting down deposits and everything like that for her oh, Iowa, that's a good idea. Vaseline in your nose during chemo. Okay. Um she gets engaged, she's putting down deposits, she's going to get married in a year and some change, right? So like 4 months plus a year. And her dad is like diagnosed with you're going to die almost immediately cancer, brain tumor cancer, right? And so her mom had died when she was in high school. And so she was like, "Oh Jesus." So she bumped her wedding up 1 year to the day so that So she got married on like a Wednesday. And so that her dad could be there. And then a year from then, she would have the actual wedding with like she would have a renewal of vows with like all of the things that she had already booked with the wedding that she wished she had. But she wanted to have it um I'm talking about a friend rave. So she wanted to have it before her dad passed. And so I flew out to California for that. And it was fine and just like low key. So I fly out a year later to her wedding, and she was like, "Here's the hotel. Here's that you guys can stay at. Here's where the wedding's going to be over here. It's only a 20-minute drive." And this is how I learned why she was late to everything all of the time. It was an hour drive, an hour drive. So I'm trying to get to the rehearsal dinner and I am panicking. Like I am so stressed because I am so late and that's so disrespectful, right? And I get there 45, 50 minutes late. I'm the first one there. Nobody else has anywhere to be seen. And so we finally get our poop in a group. We get to the restaurant after to do it that she had reserved. They had fully staffed. And this is like in the San Francisco Bay Area. And like, I don't think this is princess rules. This is like a neutral though. But maybe, Lise. Um, and so like they were like, "You have to order immediately." And she got really mad. So then the next day, I have to go to her wedding to get ready at 4 in the morning. I'm not kidding. That's when my slot for hair and makeup was. Her wedding was in the evening. And I was like, "What is happening? Why is that happening?" So I had to get there. She's still sleeping. There were a couple other I get my makeup done then, my hair done. And by the way, we're in like a remote area. There is no food to be seen. And so finally, she's having shuttles take people back and forth, but she thinks it's a 20-minute trip. Finally, about 70 minutes past when the wedding should happen, they had opened the bar for all the guests. And she's still like, "Can we take some more pictures? Like, what about over here?" And stuff like that. And we were like, "No, no more pictures." Like, get married so we can go freaking eat. We are freaking starving. It was so wild to watch her just be like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Babe, it's like 2 hours late from your wedding. People are so bored. We can't just keep just doing things." It was amazing. Yeah, also my makeup sucked by 5:30 p.m. And when they were like, "We're gonna start the dancing," I was like, "No, thanks. I'm gonna go home because I've been awake since 3, and I'm hungry." So it was phenomenal. But yeah, so some people are really not good at being on time. I did get almost murdered by that pigeon. That was crazy, right? Okay, so that's all my wedding related stories for today. Probably. I don't know. Don't hold me to anything. Your sister had food at lunchtime because before the ceremony. Oh my god, that'd be so nice. But then dinner didn't start until past 9 p.m. and I almost died. Right? Hi, Christina. I was so hungry. Um, I didn't rave. I really didn't. I genuinely thought she would know the difference. But like, and it was like one shuttle bus. So that was a big part of why we were late because the shuttle, instead of driving 20 minutes, each way, it was hard for the guests to get there. It was insane. But she's still married, so that's good. Why is everybody my family is texting me and they need to knock it off. What will you do about your garage smell? Live with it until I can throw out the trash, and then I will open my garage door and hopefully the smell will leave. It's gonna smell so bad. People do way too much for their weddings, but you really think you're supposed to at the time. Like it felt like the most important thing ever to me before I was getting married. It just felt imperative that I had these things. And turns out it does not matter whatsoever. It just doesn't. I'm grateful I got married because a couple years later, my childhood church burned to the ground, absolutely gone. And that would have broke my heart. That I would have been devastated to like have this dream of getting married for decades and then just have it slip through my fingers. So I'm glad that we were able to do it. It's really sad, Tracy. It was such a beautiful church, but also a ton of people lost their homes and a couple people lost their lives. So perspective, I think. Yours was really simple and we didn't spend a lot of money. I love that, Brenda. The money going into the wedding would be better spent going towards the purchase of the home. Probably Jesus, but or Jesus. I'm sure your name is Jesus and not Jesus. Sorry. Tricked me with that one. I'm sure I will feel differently for my kid's wedding if it happens. It just I wanted to get I not I wanted to give my kids I just wanted I don't know, it just felt really important. And then like the websites and like the like what was it called? There was like a specific the knot. And you're like, okay, and like the books of like, here's how you're supposed to plan your wedding, here's all the tips and tricks. It just was a lot. Your husband and you have been married for 14 years. Loser, I've been married so much longer than you. And people still come up to us raving about how good the food was at our wedding. It was so good. Also the ceremony was only 20 minutes. I only wanted like appetizers, like heavy appetizers. I wanted everybody to eat their fill, but nobody really have to sit at a formal table. And my dad swapped that for me. He's like, I'm gonna do this instead. Okay, you got married in a bowling alley and then you bowled in formal wear. That's really fun, Tammy. Oh, that was a good rumble. Your hubby and I together for 20 years, finally got married during COVID, only 25 guests allowed. I love that. Well, not the COVID part of it, but um, marriage licenses should be like driver's licenses. Then it should expire. You're just bitter because you're getting divorced, loser. Um, I do not want to pay a fee to still be married. I do want to stay married and steal all my husband's money. It would solve so many divorce issues. But no, I'm not paying extra money to stay married. That's stupid. You're stupid, Mac. I'm pointing at you because you're stupid. Um, your starter husband and I paid for ourselves. You want to small and fairly simple. You had to constantly fight your future your father-in-law who wanted big. It's really painful when both sides can't agree on what they want. To be fair, Mark would pay it. That's why I'm trophy wifing. Ugh, trophy wife. You're not a real trophy wife, are you? Like, what's so terrible about being a wife? It's fine. This is awesome. This is the shit. Like, not working, 10 out of 10. I would recommend it to anyone. Don't work. It's awesome. I haven't set an alarm in so long. I just wake up when the spirit moves me. Also, the spirit that moves me is usually me needing to pee. Release the pigeons. I was so excited to see those. Hi, Miroslava. How are you, honey? Um, yes, I hear Mac's voice when he typed Teo too. Um, my mom and mother-in-law have not spoken since my wedding 21 years ago. I kind of think that's amazing. The pigeon did attack me, and like I wish you guys could have seen. It flew so close to my face, it would have hit the camera had I not pulled the camera in closer to me. Rave, don't tell anybody that. That's rude. I'm not working. This is a cute hobby. This is my hobby. Hobbying it. I don't want to lose my status. I'll have to change my name to Feral sometimes works. Uh some birds are stupid just like people. I would agree. They've been in the same room multiple times. Emma Jane, I could not love that more for you. I'm sure it's terrible, but it is hilarious. I make 170,000 per year on here. I That would be amazing. I would do so much nonsense if I made that much money. I would pay off my predatory RV loan. I would pay that off like that. Um, Shut up, Rave. And then I would probably build the commune that I want to build. Like I would be RVing so much everywhere I go. Um, Blues mom, that's not how much I make on YouTube. That's no, inaccurate. I love holding grudges. It feels so good. I would Christine, okay, if I made $170,000 a year on YouTube, I would buy a whole new RV. I'd pay the old one off and then get a different one because there's one okay, it's really long. I don't like that in an RV. It's I would stop, I got distracted. Um anyways, if it's like tucked in together, I am not in debt. I am that's one amazing thing. I'm not heavy debt. I just have a predatory RV loan. That's fine. Um so the slides that tuck in, this side has it has bunk beds and it butts up against the Mark's naked. He's not. He's not in this room. And it butts up against the bathroom, right? So you could, there's doors. You could go into the bathroom when it's closed and into the bunk room if you needed to, or straight through to the bedroom. But when it's open, right? The bunk room, you can fold out these folding doors and create walls. And so it is a separate bedroom that you I want it so bad. Oh, it's so expensive. It's stupid. It's so stupid. You're saving for an RV to get out of your broken down mobile home. Hard to do when you only have social security. I bet that's so hard and it just sucks. It's hard to get into RVs, but then RVs are so expensive because they're consistently breaking down. They're not meant to be lived in and they're like constantly rattling, so everything breaks all of the time. You're your own Tradwife. Tracy, congratulations. You're such a good Tradwife. Um, leave my hair alone. What happened to my hair? I was not overthrown. That's so silly. My coffee's cold, but I can't go get new coffee. Plus, it's not even 3 p.m. yet. Amazing. I will join the live stream just to be called stupid. True, stupid. Um, I see how it is, which is to say accurate. Yes, Corey, look. Okay, hold on. You know what? I haven't really like looked. Okay. Taxi cab with a giant pigeon on top. Pizza. Ruined it. Is this a famous bridge? Am I yelling into the mic? I'm sorry, you guys. Is this a famous bridge or is it just like we have bridges? Baseball. Apple. Why is okay, but you guys really, why is it called the Big Apple? Might be Central Park. Okay, maybe. Um, Statue of Liberty. Almost called it the Empire State Building. Broadway, a theater. The Golden Gate Bridge. What the hold on, I'm trying to do this backwards. Oh, probably fashion. It's the Golden Gate Bridge. Shut up, Jenny. Probably fashion. It's not the Brooklyn Bridge, you guys. That see, see the color? It's the Golden Gate because it's golden. Okay, this has to be a fashion thing. Trees. This is Central Park, probably. I whistled when I said that. Okay, Empire State Building, Chrysler Building. Okay, Chrysler Building. Uh, the world's the one. Okay, hold on. What do they call the new? Thank you, Rebecca. I try to chew with my mouth closed, like as a standard. What is this? What is it called? The World Trade Center replacement building. Same pigeon. It's the exact same. Oh my god, you guys are The fact that everybody felt very compelled to let me know wasn't the Golden Gate Bridge hurts my feelings. Clearly, it's not. That was a joke, you idiots. You guys are idiots. Okay. It yes, it is the Hudson Bridge. This is not the Twin Towers. The Twin Towers fell. You were gonna send another 4-year surgery on it, but your bank flipped out. You don't even have $2? Mac. Mac doesn't even have $2. I is that the Sears Tower, Steven, or is that I thought the Sears Tower was in, Chicago. 1920s in connection with horse racing, where the prizes in the city's track were referred to as big apples. Hold on. Damn it. Hold on. I was reading that. Alicia, thank you. According to multiple sources. Thank you, sweetheart. The Twin Towers did what? I hate to tell you something. Um, Next time give loads to Mac. I'm sure you didn't mean it like that. I'm not going to give loads to Mac. That's This is YouTube. I think you're thinking of something else. Hi, Ari. How are you, sugar butt? Ari, I wanted to tell you something. Every time you come on, I'm like, oh, Ari, I want to say this to Ari. Emma, stop, you nerd. Maybe a Freedom Tower or something. Okay, hold on. Oh, it hurts so bad. Okay, so yeah, maybe that's the Freedom Tower. Who's this? It kind of looks like it kind of looks correct. I don't know who this is. Um, and then a food truck or a food carts, if you will. No, the Empire State is this one. Sorry, I think is this one. What do you mean to tell her? I have no idea. Every time I see her name, I'm like, I want to tell her something, and then I never know what it is. So it's just a secret. Ari, could you go on, could you join my Discord so I can talk to you more often? I have so many things I forget that I wanted to tell you. Jamie, what are you confused on, sweetheart? The Chrysler building was in there too. Yeah, it was. See, there it is. Jamie, why are you confused, honey? I need a foot massage, Steven. Um, Not with my blister. Ugh. I do cleaning RN. Do you care if I link you with your real name? Um, yes. So I have to get the mugs in the location when I'm at the location. Those are the rules that my family have established forever ago. What is this about a cup? Okay, so Jamie, I collect Starbucks traveling mugs. This is the latest one I just got. Um, right? I got in trouble. Um, and so we're just looking at my new cup. It's awesome. I'm super into it. It is a mug. That's true. It is a mug. I have one, babe. I have a Pennsylvania mug. So I have a Pennsylvania mug. There's a handful of states that I don't have. But then also like the cities. I think I'm gonna try to get an Anaheim mug if there is one. Maybe there is one. Oh, but one of the rules is like if I'm at, let's say I went to New York City and did not get a mug, but I went like on the way home, I'm at the airports and they have it, I can get it then. Is there a New York State mug as well? Yes, and I have it. It's more red. It's called the One World Trade Center. Thank you, Whitney. Come to Detroit. Detroit has a mug. There's a Disneyland mug. Yes, and we went to Universal Studios and forgot to get a mug, and it really hurt my heart. We're road tripping from Oregon to Michigan. Jamie, I love that, sweetheart. That's gonna be so much fun. I'm really excited for you, and you're crossing over to Michigan. Make sure you go to Mount Rushmore and eat the vanilla ice cream. Thank you, Alicia, for reminding everybody to thumbs up the stream. What else? Oh, okay. So I feel like pervs really like Tradwife content. Probably, maybe. Um, You can use my name. Okay, thank you. Well, except for I feel like I say your name wrong because I say Georgiana. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're a hick or something, but it's Georgiana. Georgiana. George. George Anna. Georgiana. We're going there. Yes, vanilla ice cream, sweetheart. Jamie, it is Thomas Jefferson's recipe, which he probably stole from somebody. It was let's be real. It was his cook's recipe. Um Probably when he took him to France and was like, if you learn how to cook super good, swear. Oh, in 1 minute, an ad should run for some of you guys. Oh, I can skip it. Hold on. Ad skipped. We'll see. Um, a special case for the traveling mug collection. I just like throw it in my suitcase and pray. Um, in your New York City vlog, you said you're going to Texas to visit your dad. Do you think that's why there's a sheriff in Texas with a warrant for your arrest? Okay. Yes. I am really concerned about the warrant out for my arrest for all of my various drug smuggling and cash laundering problems. It's so funny. Okay, yeah. So Jamie, it's really good. I don't love vanilla ice cream, and I force my kids to go to Mount Rushmore for the ice cream. I'm like, we're eating it. Let's go. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, go rest, Jenny. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Demonetized. Oh, an ad already popped up. Is a creepy girl selling a period tracker app. I have my period tracker app is like so old that I don't think you can download it anymore, but it's my favorite. You're going to Mount Rushmore on the 17th. Man, have so much fun. Eat the vanilla ice cream. So good. But if you guys go to Monticello, where Thomas Jefferson lived, that vanilla ice cream tastes like butthole. So do not eat it. Your daughter just did a road trip for a month and she saw Mount Rushmore. It's really cool. It's one of another thing that I get really emotional with. Most vanilla ice cream is incredibly bland. This one, I'm telling you, knocks my socks off. I have driven across the state of South Dakota intentionally for ice cream in an RV. Do you know how much gas that is? How much gas money I put into vanilla ice cream? Significant. You need both recording. Your husband and kids just had that ice cream when you were there, and it was amazing, Holly. Your tummy's a pansy, so you got a soft pretzel. Um, like old school calendar, the calendar, why is it so complicated? Because I need it to remind me to like log things. Driven across the state of North Dakota, South Dakota, baby. I did multiple times to the point like my kids don't have to learn anything about Mount Rushmore. They do not have to care. There's none of the educational side quests. We're like, here, ice cream, back, goodbye. Yeah, how dare you rave? So, what foods am I looking forward to on my trip? My trip to Texas or to Texas is I want beef ribs. Beef ribs. Beef ribs with way too much fat on the top, like the fat cap, but then they slow cooked it to where like sorry, I it was so good. Like my mouth. It was so good. Am I taking the RV to Texas? I think I will. Oh, I royally effed myself so hard. I last week went to bed being like, okay, I definitely have to take both twins to the orthodontist tomorrow. I woke up in the morning and I was like, gotta take the twins to orthodontist tomorrow. And then I just sat doing jack until the orthodontist sent me a text like, oh, we're sorry you couldn't come today. And I was like, mother. And so now I have to like delay my leaving until after the afternoon orthodontist trips that my girls got squeezed into. So this is gonna be an annoying trip. So, yeah, they do know that they're twins, which was so cute. Um, Thank you, Nelly. I loved the vlog. I thought it was so much fun. Um, so I think what it is gonna be is it's like 15 hours. I might go straight from orthodontist into the RV and go as far as I can to and then find a Walmart to sleep in, although I hate driving at night. Or I might make the kids get up at like 3 in the morning and be like, "Get in the RV," and try to do it in one day. It's not the driving. It is not the 15 hours of driving that will get me. I'm happy to do it. My kids are fine with it, but I need to come back in time for Father's Day. Although Mark's like, "I don't care. It's fine." Um, but then we definitely need to come back and go to LA. Wait, you went the wrong way? Okay, so the intro to that, the numerous clips of me saying I'm going the wrong way cracked me up so much. I thought it was such a funny intro. I was very proud of that. Have them sleep in the RV the night prior and just take off in the morning with them still sleeping. They're really good. Like, we've done this their entire existence, even without an RV, where we would, especially when they were toddlers, we would be like, "Come on, we're gonna drive in the night." We called it driving in the night. We're like, "Oh, we drive in the night," to where my kids are wildly excited to drive in the night, see the sunrise, and then just rack back out. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys liked that intro. It was so funny to me. And then when I was like, "Ooh, we're gonna go get food and see what happens next," and then it's abruptly the next day. Um, my abruptly the next day, I was like, "I'll just scrap everything I did before and just do one hit the mic one day thing." So that was me pretending like none of the previous happened. And then I was like, I like this. They do get summer off from homeschool. They get life off from homeschool basically, but they will get the summer off from homeschooling. But when we do the road trips, I make them learn this stuff. Like, we have to go on the side quest for learning. So it was awesome, no regret. There were stairs all the way through, and it was easy the rest of the way. What was? Wait, what? You do have a crown, Holly. Look at you. Oh, ew, it's Beth. Hi, Cass. You suck. Um, but yeah, I do think I need to like have a disclaimer thing beforehand, like trigger warning. Canadians, I'm gonna be a jerk about you, but it's out of love. Like, I have to do a Canadian trigger warning, I think. You're making your kids journal on a road trip. Jamie, are you going to any national parks? Oh, I don't have my RV here. Shh. There's a really cool journal for that. Also, I my kids journal significantly on road trips. Good night, Britta. Getting rid of the Brita. Crown just means that you're engaging. It's a thing that YouTube's like flirting with right now. Hi, Hannah. Okay, so there is like a national park journal that's really cute. I'll throw it over on your Instagram or I'll drop it into the Discord, one of the two. Bye, Ari. Love you. Um, the B worst. You are a bee. Um, and yeah, I make my kids journal and then they draw comic strips about stuff, and it's really cute. It really is there to encourage spam, and you get nothing for it. Like, there's no prize at the end. I think they're trying hard for trying to get excessive comments for engagement, and also super chats move you up too. And so it like even if you read what the terms are, it's just to force engagement and super chats and stuff like that, but I can't turn it off. I looked. So that's also why, by the way, YouTube pushes vertical streaming more, because on vertical streams, you can gift like the gems or whatever. And so they push the vertical streams so that people will give more money easily. I am the spam. Steve's number 8. Cass is 36 because she sucks butts. So, which is it's fine. Like, I get it. I really do. I understand that YouTube is a business and owned by Google, which is an ad revenue giant. Like, it's a behemoth. That's what they do. Um, Oh my gosh. Okay, so at the hold on one second. I have to shift. Ugh, ooh. You hate where the chat is on the vertical streams. I don't get why it's different either, Christine, but somebody said that if you leave the chat and go back through your watch history or something like that and pull it up, it will be normal. Um, my back hurts. Oh, okay. So sorry. Pivot. They were talking about how you can sell things. And YouTube is coming out with a feature, or Google is coming out with a feature, one and the same, right? Where it's virtual try-ons, where you just take a picture of yourself, a full-length picture of yourself, and then you can find an outfit and then like virtually try it on. And so they were telling people, they're like, so you could do clothing hauls, never purchase the product, virtually show your virtualness trying on, and then being like, here's where you can get it, and dropping your shopping links. And I was like, well, it's a little weird. It's a little bit weird to me. And, and like, I get that if you're like a designer bag reviewer, that's going to be expensive to review it and be like, "Oh, here's my $40,000 bag compared to my $60,000." That's crazy. Sure. But like when they're like you can just return all of the things after you try them on, or you can film in a dressing room. Okay. Sure, but okay, so then this one guy, and then they were talking about AI too, where they're like, hold on, my husband's like, "Oh, I'm going to stream." I'm gonna say something. Will our bandwidth support that? I don't know if our internet's good enough for 2 streamers. Okay. Um, Hi, Julie. So, your husband has a streaming channel? He's, starting out on Twitch gaming, you know? But that's funny to me. I think it's really funny. We're gonna be a whole bunch of content creators. I wonder how YouTube can charge to go commercialless and then have all the YouTubers sell all the things to us. I don't get it. Okay, so here's the thing, Rebecca. I'll tell you that in half of a second. So they were remind me though, because I'll forget. You know that. Um, so they were talking about like AI doing it, and I thought that was really interesting. But they were talking about creators selling dupes because one of the trends is dupes. So it's like this is a designer Dior pop socket. It costs $10,000. Here's my Dior pop socket. And then this is my Dior pop socket dupe. It's $13 and you can't even tell the difference, right? So dupe. And so they're like, this is a big thing. It's a trend you can hop on. You could find dupes of all of these things, right? Oh, I'm not going to say that. I'm not telling you guys, you idiots. And so then one of the guys asking question, he goes, okay, you guys are supporting us talking about dupes a lot. Who bears the legal responsibility when the trademark holder of my Dior pop socket comes after me for shilling a dupe? Is that on Google or is it on the content creator? And I was like, that is such a good question. It's so uncomfortable because they were like, "Oh, that probably won't happen." And he's like, "Okay, well, it happened to me." I was like, "That's amazing." Like it was just crazy to me. Um, and he was asking some pretty hard questions. And so I love that. That was interesting. Um, Nothing good here. There's nothing good. Okay, what was I gonna say? How YouTube can charge to go commercialless. Oh, okay. Um, so the ad's not going through. So what are you talking about when like when I do sponsored content? YouTube doesn't get any of that money from me when because I have a couple more sponsorships coming up. You guys have to let me know if I'm going too heavy on it. I'm just trying to do like get one per week, but I do two contents per week. So that's 50%. I don't know. Um, but Cass coming in with 6 burns, she's just a broken person, so she's got a lot of humor in there. Um, so YouTube can't touch our contracted monies, although they do try a little bit. There's like an area where they're like, if you do this, like we'll reach out to brands on your behalf. And I'm like, but then you get part of the money. Um, but what they're kind of talking about for this is when you're doing the whole, here's my content, like here's my dupe comparison, or like, here, let me do my pop socket haul. Here's all of my pop sockets. Here's all of the links down below, kind of thing. What the link thing is like it attaches cookies and then we get credit for it. So I think YouTube, when it goes through YouTube shopping, I think they do get a cut. They have to. That's the only thing that makes sense. But then we get a cut for the links. Like if I link my floor cleaner on my Amazon affiliate, I get so many parts of a penny. I have been using Amazon affiliate links since I started almost 2 years ago. I have $81. You get paid out when you hit 100. So, but so it's kind of the same thing where the, you get a little bit of money, but I don't because I never get to do it. There are so many copycat products on Amazon's these days. Yeah, it's then they just call them by a different name. It's true. There's so many different. It's not worth it. None of this is worth it, guys. You didn't get dropped like Millennial Meg. I did see that she said that, which is shocking to me. Oh, maybe. Also, I still don't know how to access the Amazon affiliates unless I go into Amazon and then Google Amazon affiliate and then press that. Amazon affiliate FF program. Amazon associates. I'm not dropped yet. But I have earned for this month a $0. It's fine. I don't really even care. Um, some people make like significant amount of money from it, which is hilarious. Um, but like I don't even care. It like the sponsors when you get to 99, it'd be so funny. Do I have it linked anywhere? Like if I put one of my floor cleaner, sometimes I'll try YouTube shopping. I'll be like, oh, sometimes it pops up. But like when I do my chairs, oh, I forgot to do it last time. But if I do my chair or anything like that, if I pop down a link for which one it is, it's an Amazon affiliate link. But a lot of people hate that so deeply. Like they're against it. So they'll see what the link is. And then, right. Thank you, Christine. And then they'll search it up on their own. Um, Yeah, Stevie, it could be. So they'll search it on their own so that the people can't get affiliate, which yeah, I support any and all spite. I might could wrap up, guys. Um, but the good thing about sponsorship deals is that it's just between you and the company, not you and YouTube. That's what I was trying to say. All of that to say that. See if there's a workaround for which, Sue. Do you get people's info when they use an affiliate link? I don't get your info. It's not like Lexi clicked on this and bought this. But if it's like Lexi, like if you go in, there's a certain amount of time where I get credit for all of your Amazon purchases, like 24 hours, I think. So it will be like Lexi bought floor cleaner and a sex swing. I would be like, oh, nice, Lexi. Sure. Um, so like save your gross stuff that you don't want me to know you have for like 48 hours and then you could buy those. But you did, Carrie. But if for some reason you're like, I'm going to refurnish my entire house specifically through Amazon, throw that floor cleaner into your thing. Maybe I'll get $20 Then we'll have that sweet, sweet Amazon money. I'll be basically Bezos. Floor cleaner and Swex things. These items are often bought together. And then it starts trending like, oh, are you looking for a mop? Can I interest you? I don't think I can say the words. I'm not going to say the words, but we all know. Everybody pictures it. Similar. Anyway, am I still going to have Elon's baby? I'm open to any and all opportunities to baby trap a billionaire. I'm fine with that. Sex swing kit, first aid kit, sex swing repair kit, right? Crutches, and then like one of the things that helps you ease onto the toilet and back off again, like one of those braces. um, yeah, because we're old. You guys, do they even have? I'm not looking that up for you, Anne, but there's no way they don't. There's no way they don't. There's no way. There's a sex swaddle chair. I'm clicking that. Sex stickers having sex. What? Sex sheets, waterproof and stain proof. Sex starts in the kitchen. Kevin Lehman. Kevin Lehman, what is happening? Hold on, I gotta look at see what a sex swaddle chair is. That does not look like a swaddle. Okay. It's not a swaddle, you guys. It's not. Um, um, hold on. I gotta see the sex stickers having sex. Like that was really funny to me. Floor cleaners. I'm not brave. Google it on your own. Ruin your own algorithm. Let the Amazon overlords know you're a pervert too. Sex stickers having sex. It's not like stick figures, you guys. It's not like cartoon drawings. Oh my God. Wow. That's well, some are cartoons. I can't look directly at it. It's too much. Well, at least they put little like that's not that's not my Catholic eyes. The new pope will know because he speaks English. He knows it's bad, you guys. It's bad. Do not look that. Hold on, I gotta close out my browser. Yeah. Okay. Sex swings and other awkward products. Try her cannibalism fork. Jesus is disappointed in me. I didn't create it. Um, so like there was like little heart drawings. You know, like when people such a terrible thing to pair, but when people show their kids on social media, but they don't want to show their kids, they put stickers over their faces. That, but not faces, not kids. Just it's in my memory. It's so burned, but I could buy them and put it on Mark's stuff. Yay, Anne! Get you one, girl. Um, no way of Googling any of that. Alicia, it's so bad, you guys. Right? I'll just go to confession. It's fine. Um, but not at all that, right? Like, here's the worst thing that I could compare it to. You're welcome. Jamie, I know this is brand new for us. We're usually so good. It's called censored. You're right. That is the word for it. Thank you. It was censored. It was just the most specific zone, which reminds me, I went through the Holland Tunnel, you guys. I didn't think so. That was exciting when I was entering New York. I went through the Holland Tunnel. But yeah, so things were censored. Only his cop stuff, right? That would be funny. I want to put it in his notebook that he's not aware of. So, like, when he's taking notes, he turns the page and suddenly Holland Tunnel. Rafe's algorithm is gonna be so good. It's such an inaccurate name. It is not a swaddle chair. I would say like a branding brace, like when they have to brand cows. And so they put them in the squeezers and they lock their head in to make sure that the cows don't move so much. Similar to that. You're so sheltered. We can't all be terrible Canadians, Cass. Does it swaddle your It does not, Corey. It does not look like a swaddle situation. Um, it's not why would they say swaddle? Cass, look, oh my god, you guys sussed it out. I am not. Search engines get us in trouble all the time. Canadians are wild, they're terrible. Can it fit 3 people? It depends on how fat they are. Like 3 Americans, doubtful. But like 3 people from Japan, probably they're a lot tinier. Is swaddle slang for something? It must be because I think of different things. Oh, Thelma, my love. I am so sorry. It always ends like this, though. We always get into weird side quests and it always gets gross. Um, Blue waffle. Yeah, because I grew up in the internet on that time. Of course, I've done the blue waffle image search. Of course, I've watched Two Girls, One Cup. Like, that was generational for me. Like, that was just what we did. Oh my God. Did you guys hear that somebody accused Diddy of inappropriate things? Right? But the latest one to come forward described things as the length and girth of a Tootsie Roll. Like, that's funny. You have a sheet of stickers saying that. And you took him to the grocery store, my love. Lise, you pervert. You only watch the reaction to good job, Rave. It's a lot of somebody's have. He's not even worthy any pity. So Corey, like which one though? Like it doesn't matter which Tootsie Roll, they're all like all of it's funny. Oh, so Mark's like they described things and I said, "Oh my god, it's like an egg, right?" And he's like, "What?" I was like, "It's like an egg. It's egg shaped." And he's staring at me. I was like, "That's Epstein." Sorry, Epstein has been described. Not anymore because he's dead. Do you think he was embalmed? Anyways, egg shaped. So we got an egg shape. We have Tootsie Rolls. I just feel like maybe they're compensating for we're trying to overcome egg shape. Yeah, Corey, more than one had said that. You feel like the most hilarious person ever. You are, Lise. Toblerone. Like sometimes, hi Nurse Patchett. Toblerones are really big. Like, what? Um, but that's my favorite part of like, I think of all these testimonies coming out where you're just like, could you describe it for me? And then they're mad, right? So they go for the worst one they can do. And they're like, what can I say that's terrible? No, Christine. I mean, you can if you want to, that's fine. We all lives go this way. We talk about terrible. There was a time when I decided to start discussing the OF creators who were having like a competition. Talk about that a lot. Um, it just feels like compensating. Yeah, we're so feral. It's bad. We go sideways. Um, and that's fine. Sometimes it's fine to be sideways. Uh, that was funny. 63 years old and still learning. Look at you, Leslie. Look at you learning things. The description make the activities make so much sense. Like, ugh, it's so gross. And you know what's crazy is with the whole Diddy trial thing, her husband sat there, fine, listened to all of everything, and still was so like I love that. I love how supportive he was. I am not shaming his choices whatsoever. I'm not trying to say that. Um, and then had to leave when she was describing the unwilling ending to their relationship because she broke up with him and Diddy overpowered her choices and he had to excuse himself from that. Like it's just like that sucks so bad. Like that whole situation so bad. I love her for pulling him down. Yes, and his kids are unfazed. I love that she's just like, "You know what? You could have paid me off and I would have wandered off and just been like rode off into the sunset, but I changed my mind. Like, let's do this." So good. Maybe he had just enough at that point, like all of it tomorrow. I mean, I don't think so, Rave. I think like that was just I think that part was probably privately, I bet it's the part that Cassie had the hardest time with, and it like emotionally he was too, you know? I wonder that. Especially if a fork lane or sideways front ways doesn't matter. Holly. Um, I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm projecting how I think I would emotionally respond on somebody else. I have not, Carrie. I have not listened to that. I am still so I tricked Mark into becoming obsessed with the Karen Reed trial, and I love it so much. I love it so much. And now he's like, also the Diddy trial. And I was like, did I get you to fall in love with true crime? And then, like an asshole, he's like, of course I love true crime. It's my job. And I was like, no, I mean the genre, stupid. Not that I like to investigate things. Um, After trials, everyone, I do think, also, I may have made this up. I think the jurors do get maybe. Yeah, I saw it pop up at the bottom. It didn't give me an option to switch. It just said ads inserted, which I was like, that is an aggressive phrase for this. Um, Christine, I totally understand that. I don't watch ones where it's like, did you see this guy who offed his kids? I'd be like, nope, not gonna watch that. Hi, Alicia. Um, yeah, I'm unimpressed with my husband. That nerd. Like, gossip with me about true crime. Um, I know, Mary. I'm so into it still. I have after this, I'm gonna get off the stream. I'm going to get a little snack, get some more water, and then listen to the last part of the Cross of Arca. Did both of the Arca witnesses go? Because I sorry. I hit you guys a lot over here. It just gave you such a long. I'm sorry, Cass. It wouldn't let me skip it. Because I put on ads because I was told you guys were getting them whether or not I monetize. And on this, I tried to restrict it to only once every half an hour. Clearly that didn't work. Um, you're sorting doom boxes. Ooh. I like the Arca guide too. That's where you have premium, Mac. Do you guys know that my dad doesn't have premium and it's the funniest thing ever? I was trying to show him something on YouTube and I was like, we waited for an ad. I was like, do you not have YouTube Premium? And he's like, no. And I was like, how do, how do you not have YouTube Premium? Like, it's the funniest thing ever to me. He just doesn't have it and he loves Southwest Airlines. Like, it's so funny. I love it so much. Um, yeah, rave. That's why I was like, well, if they're gonna do it, at least I want to be able to control it. I have premium too. Um, because of YouTube music. I have it because I only watch YouTube. I only watch YouTube. It I will watch downloaded Netflix things on the plane, but oh, yeah, no, I can't believe you don't know about Karen Reed. Tell your dad I said I shut up, Cass. So Brave browser plus ad block plus never an ad and cost nothing. Okay, but Lexi, you're screwing me. Now I don't get any of your pennies. Not any pennies from Lexi. Fine. Um, I want, but you owe me 15 cents, Lexi. That's probably high. Give 6 cents now. Um, Soon it won't matter. Are you sure, Brett? Do you really think so? Um, I got told I'm too fat for the heart farmer by our mutual friends. Well, then lose weight, Cass. You just get you a hot farmer. Just lose weight and get that. Um, that sucks, Brett. That would suck. They want to get rid of pennies again. They always do. Your supply. Why was that so funny? Oh my god. Well, Lexi. I'm trying, Cass. I just keep eating my feelings. It's hard, okay? Don't listen to Rave, Cass. You definitely should lose weight for a hot farmer. Rave's just trying to keep you down. She's trying to lose weight to get the hot farmer first. Lexi, that was really funny. Thank you. uh, I don't get ads on TV, but my phone is black. What, Mary? Why does that matter? um, Hi, Patty. Lexi just cracked me up like crazy. Hello, my favorite wrenches. Farmers love some curves, right? It's how you know you're going to get through the winter if they're bad farmers. Yeah. So bad farmers love fat chicks. Cass, find somebody who's worse at farming. Most phones are black, right? No, mine's blue-ish. Oh, sorry. I got my $30,000 Dior pop socket off. I'm not taking this out of the case for you guys, but mine's blue. I just have sparkles. Don't date a bad farmer. Bad farmers hate fat girls? No, because then they survive the winter. That's how you know they can cook. That's true. My trophy wife will be chubby. No picture on my iPhone, YouTube, but chat's rolling. That's weird, Mary. If I lose weight, I'll have so much loose skin, I'll be able to grab and glide like a squirrel. People are like, is that your friend Cass? And I'm like, that's my flying friend Cass. And then I'll make you climb up a tree and jump down to my arm. I'll be like, Cass. And I'll catch you, and then I'll give you a little treat, like a little piece of cheese. And everybody will be happy with our cool party trick. Oh my god, you guys are so ridiculous. Ew, Mac! You're disgusting. We're really funny. We're so funny. So funny. Okay, you idiots. Are we wrapping this up? Like a responsible adult, should we wrap it up? Hi, Robin. Midwest Mac would still ignore me hitting on him in Instagram DMs because everybody is thirsty and slides into his DMs. Not going to say that out loud. Why do you always stop when it gets hilarious and filthy? Because I only start like losing my tenuous grasp on decorum about an hour and a half into the lives. I just forget that I should behave and I just go full feral. But in the beginnings, I'm like, hold it together, Beth. Hold it together, Beth. You can do this. Don't mention egg-shaped peens. Oh, the hell I'm gonna go clean now, Lexi. I'm gonna go eat. I have eaten 3 BLTs. I genuinely want to make a video showing you guys how to make delicious BLTs. I really do. Potato. Christine really did leave. Well, we got really gross for a little bit. She probably had a hard time. Hello, Robin. So, because it's so good. It's so good how I make them. And not with dill mayo. Lexi, God, you're gross. You just had chicken teriyaki from Subway. I'm sorry, Alicia. What a bad choice. I hope she wasn't insulted personally. I hope there she is. Wasn't gonna say anything bad about her. I was gonna be like, oh, Christine's a butt bag. You go out for BLTs. No, it's so good. It's okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to show you how to make a delicious BLT. And than like some other ridiculous things, but it's so good. And I had 3 of them since yesterday, and I have enough stuff to make one more. You hate BLTs. I mean, you hate tomatoes. I have feelings about you right now. They're not good. They're not kind, generous feelings, Emma. Tomatoes are delicious. We're all very happy you're still here, Christine, honey. Um, Trying to lose weight, but eating BLTs is wild. Oh, okay, Judgy McJudgerson. Um, Shut up. Um, I exercise it off by sitting. I've got to leave my hair alone. I can't help it. There's because I didn't wash my hair. I washed my hair twice on Friday. Nope, that's an incorrect phrase. On Thursday. Then I washed my hair Friday. So Saturday when I was here, I didn't wash my hair. I think that's the series, okay? And I knew my hair was, like, feeling greasy and stuff, so I washed it now, but, I had to be a little bit longer. But when you don't wash your hair for a while, how much hair sheds out, you know? And so, Mark was in the bathroom, and I wandered in because I wanted to do a live stream, but I wanted to wash my hair, and he had started the shower, so I quickly beat him into the shower, and I was just, like, pulling out handfuls of hair, and, like, then when I was done, it was, like, still, like, he was, like, pulling, like, strings of hair off of the back of my legs and stuff, and he's like, "Why is there so much everywhere?" I was like, "It just like, you shed if you don't wash your hair for a day and a half, all of the hair comes out." Um, Ew, wait, butter toast with thin cucumber slices? Christine, are you British? No, I don't have no, it smells like shampoo now. Um, People hate tomatoes? Five Guys makes one with more than an inch and a half of crispy bacon on it. You don't like tomato or bacon or condiments. Christine, how do I block you forever? Gross. Steve, me too. Now pass me some pizza. That flatbread was so good. You're Austrian. I'm like so upset with your palate right now. It's upsetting me. Cass wants more than an inch. You hate tomatoes and cucumbers, but they're both so good. Is my bacon even real bacon? You guys don't even have real bacon. You guys call real bacon streaky bacon, which is adorable. Actually, it's one of my favorite things about you guys. Tiny tomatoes are the best. Yes, so that's part of my BLT. I did buy a sourdough loaf. I forgot about that, Mary. Thank you. I can make my favorite tuna salad and put it on sourdough and not eat my BLT. Oh no, this is terrible. Poop. She's so ableist. I am very ableist. The ables are the good ones, okay? Um, Autistic peeps are the best peeps. Meet my kids. They suck. Oh, I should tell them they suck. I'll text them real quick and be like, "You guys suck. Hold on. Your tuna salad is a crime against humanity. Hold on. I got to text my kids that they suck." Kids, you suck. I rule. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. Can I tell you guys something really cute really quickly? So I was hungry talking about the Texas barbecue. It was so good. I ate a BLT for breakfast and then I haven't eaten yet. It was so good. No, you can't, Mary. You make it on pretzel rolls. Okay, so both of my twins, if for some wild reason you don't know, are autistic. Um, I don't know how you wouldn't know that. So Sammy has cut bangs and they're getting like longer and longer, right? And they flip up because she also has curly hair. So she has like the ski jump bangs like crazy. And so I was joking around with her. She walked up to me, put a pin in that story. Oh, Calvin just told me I was the best ever. Um, I clearly have a very low self esteem and I never talk about how amazing I am, right? Clearly. And it is like inherent how much I love myself. I just love like I'm so happy to be me and so happy that I'm living this life and I just like who I am, right? Okay, so I go up to my daughter and I was like, "What is this?" And I grab her bangs and I move them to the side and usually if I like prompt her like that, she'll just say it's a Sammy or it's a cat and she'll pretend she's a cat. And I was like, "What's this?" And but I was touching her bangs and she goes, "Oh, they're bangs." And I was like, "No, what's all this?" And I like gesture towards her face and she goes, "Oh, it's the cutest face." I was like, "Oh, you definitely got that from me. Like you definitely inherited that from me." But it was so adorable. She was just like, "Oh, the cutest face. I'm so cute." So, yep, it was really adorable. I've never had pumpernickel bread. It was she is so cute. It was adorable. Um, yeah, I love that. And Sonia has a new habit of encouraging everybody all of the time. And so, like, if I was like, I'm going to do a live stream, she'll be like, I hope you do the best. Like, have a great time. I hope you do so good at it. And which is really adorable. But it's also, my dad texted her a selfie with his girlfriend. And her reply was, I hope you guys do great. And so, like, it's just the cutest thing ever, and so, um, she told me when I was like, "I'm flying home," she goes, "I hope you do so good traveling." I was like, "Thanks. I do too." Timo Corey, your self-esteem is in the toilet, but Steve, I love you and I'm amazing. So clearly, you have to be incredible as well because I don't love piles of shit except for Cass. And that's like an obligation. That was contractually speaking, I have to be nice to her. Well, not be nice, but I have to pretend like I like her. Um, See, Steve, I am amazing, so you have to be too. So, yeah, Sue will rescue Steve's self-esteem. I hope you fly that plane well. Like, do so good. It's so cute. I am a dork. It's so funny being dorky though. Rafe, you shouldn't have terrible self-esteem because I love you. You don't want to give China my credit card number? Just write it in the chat, Corey. And then there's a code at the back. I know what it is, but I need you to put that in the chat as well. And I will confirm if I thought that that was the 3-digit code. Also, what's your zip code for science? It's just for science. I'm not stealing anything. Okay. Hi, Adair. Okay, Adair's here. So I'm going to leave. It's all good. It's just a safety check. Just everybody tell me your social. So, right, Rave? I do love you guys. Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with you idiots. Mostly because I started thinking about the BLT and it was downhill the second I remembered of the bacon. You sent me a message on Discord. I'm going to ignore it, Emma. It's probably something like, I love cucumbers. Um, so I'm not going to check it, Emma. I will check it. I'm totally going to check it. But I can't stop thinking about bacon. Streaky bacon, the good, delicious streaky bacon. I hope you have a good time on your diet, Beth. I hope you do so good dieting, Cass. Do so good not eating. Uh, I'm not going to do good on my diet because it's not a Monday. Everyone knows you can't start a diet on a Sunday. I love you idiots. I am so glad that I got to see you. The end. Mwah. Oh, I got to end the stream here. Okay, bye.